I'm breaking all my stuff down, trying to get it together, and that's when 3 officers come up to me, and they go, hey, we need, can you come over here and talk to us? And in my mind, I'm like, you know, what is there to talk about? You know, I'm going home. The officer said I could do this, you know. I'm like, so I asked him, I'm like, can I put my stuff down? You know, make sure nothing gets broken, nothing gets stolen, and because you know, my dad made me that guitar. I don't want anything to happen to it. Yeah, I was playing on his guitar all in high school. I just remember I was like, man, I wish I had enough money, you know, to buy it, because like his guitar was super cool, but I was like, man, I just want a Cherry Burst Stratocaster. Like that would be so sick. And he took, you know, he hears these things, he takes them to heart, and you know, he says mine starts, you know, going to work, and he's always been a DIY dad. And I come, he goes, hey man, I want to show you this real quick. And I'm like, okay, cool, what's up? And I walk back there, and he's got this freaking Cherry, you know, Sunburst Stratocaster with EMG pickups, you know, a humbucker and 2 single coils in it, and you know, just he's ready to go. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so freaking sick. Like my dad's the man. My dad's the coolest dad ever. And that guitar is something that can never be replaced. So they're like, yeah, you know, you have time to come back and get it and everything and situate. It's like, okay, well, I don't know what they're going to talk to me about, but okay. So I follow them over to their police car, and as soon as I get there, he goes, face the car, spread your legs, and put your hands behind your back. And at that point, I was like in shock. You know, I'm like, why am I getting arrested? You know, like what in the world? What is this? Like, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, you know, I started off, I was at this pinnacle of patriotism.
While he was doing that, the crowd started chanting F the police and spitting on the patrol cars. And so he said, you're gonna have to quit playing.
Just doing what I can for my friend, my family, my city, my country. I'm like, this is what I can give you, you know? And then all of a sudden I'm at like the lowest of lows in the back of this police car, you know, freaking out. I'm like, what in the world? Like, what is this? The guys didn't even read me my rights. They didn't tell me what I was being charged with. As growing up as, you know, under my parents and everything, they always said, just do what an officer tells you to do. Don't make a fuss, don't make a scene. You know, I'm not saying hardly anything, you know, the crowd obviously was, you know, upset about it. They started, you know, chanting some obscenities. I think it was just BS, and, you know, people are booing and stuff like that. And so I was like, man, I'm sorry, you know, for what they're saying. You know, I was like, I'm still just like, I'm trying to be nice as possible, because I'm like, get me out of these. I'm not meant for handcuffs. We're driving down 3rd Street, and I asked the guy, I'm like, hey man, I don't mean to step on your toes, but you know, what am I being charged with? And he's like, well, we're gonna get you for breaching the peace and inciting a riot, and you're probably gonna go downtown tonight. And I said, are you serious? Like, that's why I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just, like, it's still weird to me. It doesn't even feel like it happened. It's like a dream. Like, I can't believe I got arrested for like 30, 45 minutes. I was in the back of this cop car, and you know, he's not saying a whole much to me, just asking me my information and everything. And then, you know, he's trying to put it in the computer, and I know this was God, you know, working on this, because like the system kept crashing. He couldn't put the stuff in there. I'm just like, Lord, I like, soften these guys' hearts. You know, I don't know what you're doing, but I trust you in this situation. Like, this is just crazy. And you know, he's trying to put it all in. It's taking forever. And you know, even I think this is probably the only time I actually broke my silence. An officer came up to the officer that I'd been in the car with, and he asked him, and he goes, hey, you know, what happened? And the guy was like, well, he started off in the middle of the street, and the officer told him that he couldn't play anymore if he was going to jail, and he just kept playing. And that's when I was finally like, that's not what happened at all, sir. I was like, I'm sorry, but he told me I could go and play.